6 classrooms. Where's the principal going? Where's the record room going? Where's the attendance room going? Those children need a nurse. Where's the nurse going? So you're going to need significantly more than 6 classrooms only.
Here, they need a kosher kitchen. Right, Hebrew, don't they need a special kitchen?
My last point is, you said that there has been a decline of 400 students. If you go to the DOE website and you go to the 278 school portal that the DOE runs and you go through the enrollments all the years from 2003 to today, it's a decline in 190 students.
We must be looking at different numbers. My numbers come from the DOE's audited register year over year. Good, we'll talk about it. In answer to the question of is there going to be more space than 6 rooms? Yes. There is administrative space. And what I said was clearly not an intentional omission. The administrative space is significantly less because you're talking about 6 groupings of kids as opposed to 37 groupings of kids. But look, I want to be very clear on this. My role here is to serve all families and all students, all in the city. And all are taxpayers and all are entitled to the public resource. And irrespective of whether or not you think that the leadership of the charter school did say this and didn't follow through on this, the responsibility on the chancellor is still that of ensuring that the youngsters are educated. And if it can accord in the way with being educated that the parents have desired and expressed by saying they want to send their kids to this school, and if we can do it with the resources we have, we're going to do it, irrespective of adult mistakes one way or the other. Yes.
Yes, I have a question. Previously, you said that your second proposal, that you had other sites in mind. So far as all I've researched and all the meetings that I've been to, there's only been eyes on Marine Park Junior High. I want to know what are the other resources that the DOE has, because to me it seems that you only have eyes on IS 278. There are probably other buildings out there that you can house a school. There are probably other elementary schools that you can put them in. Well, this is very important year for the mayor, and you have a very angry community who has absolutely no input regarding this thing.
In answer to your question, I want to be clear on this. This is our proposal. We have come to a proposal, and this is it. However, as was said by the senator, it's still a proposal, and given that it's a proposal, that means yes, you're right. There are other potential options. What I was laying out is there are other potential options. But you know what I'm going to say is this. There is, you asked about an elementary school. The most underutilized elementary school in the system, I already spoke to the gentleman's question regarding, in the district, and that's PS 194. And there is not ample space in there for the same reason I described to the gentleman. There are other underutilized middle schools. They are not as underutilized if you go classroom by classroom as this one is. And that is what ultimately led this to be the proposal. It's a proposal. As such, there are other ways of doing it. But this is our proposal based on the facts.
Pretty much is you have your eyes centered on IS 278, and that's it. The community can just deal with it. Mayor Bloomberg is going to do whatever he feels like. Is that pretty much what
No, it's
No.
That's what we're here.
The mayor, the chancellor, our office have been very clear on this. It's a proposal. And we are here not to waste anybody's time, ours least of all.
Believe me, the mayor and the chancellor are definitely going to hear Marine Park and Garrison Beach and the surrounding community. Right? Yes, sir. You, yes.
My son Joe is an IEP child. there's a lot of IP children in there. He's a resource child, and he gets occupational therapy. Will there be any cutbacks to all of these things? Because if you're taking away rooms, one of the rooms that I've heard is the resource room that's going to be taken away. Another thing is the children that are coming behind the children that are there. Are there going to be cutbacks to all the resource and occupational therapy for those children? And also the after-school programs that help these kids pass the city and state tests. Are those going to be cut back too? That's my question.
Thank you very much. Thank you. This is a building. And maybe I should have said this at the outset. That when the school construction authority that runs the facilities says, what is this building intended to serve in terms of the number of kids? The number is 1,480. Next year, there are going to be likely slightly over 950 youngsters who attend 278. I talked about 55 full-size rooms. Those included in what I was talking about was not the resource spaces that we use to do services with many of our youngsters with IEPs. It was not what we call OT-PT, occupational therapy, physical therapy rooms. Those rooms are totally out of what I was describing. Because the single, perhaps most important element in all of this is for our youngsters who have special needs, who, because of that, are most vulnerable to change. We need to protect those services absolutely, unequivocally, no questions asked. That wasn't even considered on the table, never would be.
And the only thing, one of the teachers had told me, I don't know where she got it from, but had told me that, I'm not going to mention any names, that a certain person was going to lose his room, which happened to be one of my son's resource teachers. That's why I'm bringing that up.
That's one of the reasons we're having this meeting, is to get the facts out. There were a lot of rumors out there, and of course the facts will come out again on the 26th, and then the community will come together and make a decision. And hopefully the decision is a good decision for the children in our community. Yes, sir.
Yes. I'd like to know who's in charge of building and land acquisition. Apparently not too in tune with what's going on around the community. Over the years, the Diocese of Brooklyn has closed down numerous schools. One of the schools that's closed down is specifically geared for your needs. The school on East 28, East 29 Street called Lady Humble Christians. This June, the school will be empty. It was closed by the Diocese. It's an elementary school with 2 schoolyards. The bathrooms, the laboratories are specifically geared to small children. Kindergarten, 1st grade, all up to 4th and 5th grade. I know I went to the school. Who's in tune with the community to look at these acquisitions? Are they looking through the yellow pages? Are they contacting local real estate agencies to see what's available? I mean, it should really be I know this because I'm in the community.
And thank you for that. And I'll leave you with my email address when I leave, and if you would email me the information about the school, I'd appreciate it. The 2 answers to your question. The School Construction Authority acquires land and buildings for the Department of Education. Now, as it happened, as I described, this part of the city hit a kind of peak in terms of enrollment in about 2001 and has been going down since. So we're not investing in more school buildings because the population in our school buildings here is getting smaller. But I would like to pass it to the leaders of Hebrew Language Academy, who are interested in purchasing a building. And that could be a great idea for that school. I'm not familiar with the building itself, so I can't speak to that, but I would like to get the information and to pass it on to them.
I mean, and there are also other parcels of land. One of the section where the county is right now, there are a lot of dealerships on Flatbush Avenue that closed up that have 25,000 square feet that are more than sure they'd be very happy to sell. They need the funds. I mean, the property is there. Why are you paying off the top for the space?
Thank you very much. We have 4 more questions coming. One in the front row, one here, one back there, and one over here. And then we're going to go to the other agencies, and we're going to let... okay, Bruce.
Thank you, Senator Gold.